Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm glad to have you with us for NBA basketball. Thursday hoops. It'll be the Philadelphia 76ers facing off against the Milwaukee Bucks. And now we send you to Milwaukee for the opening tip. Kevin Harlan standing by.
Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside, and now a quick check of our starting lineups for both teams. First for the 76ers. Then it's Green, and it's Harris in at the 4 slot. And for Milwaukee, and inside out of Stanford University, a skilled post scorer with tremendous size, the 7-footer, Brook Lopez. Then it's Chris Middleton, and it's Ande Antetokounmpo in at the 4 spot.
Well, Kevin, he's got such a great focus as a shooter. He's a very frustrating player to guard because unless you actually block his shot, you are not going to get in his head and affect him.
Very true, Steve. I mean, he's also one of those guys who doesn't take long at all to get on a roll offensively. He's a fun player to watch when he gets hot. The Bucks actually made it back into the playoffs last season, but it wasn't because they were dominant at home. Only 21-20 at the Bradley Center. And those 21 wins were the fewest of any team that played in the playoffs.
Dishes it to Holiday. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Holiday's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Curry kicks to Simmons. Harris defended by Ande Antetokounmpo. Here's Curry with the 3. Lopez grabs the board. But Clark, as you said, the Bucks didn't offer a lot as far as protecting their home court. In the end, it could come back to bite them as they lost 2 in a row on their home floor and got swept out of the playoffs, Steve, by Miami.
Well, that was a pretty tough matchup for anybody, but for Milwaukee, a team that was below 500, that was near impossible. But look, it was a struggle for the Bucks. We expected that, but getting to the playoffs was an accomplishment. We'll see if they can build on that this year.
Here's Simmons. Milwaukee with the rebound. And a chance now to go over to Doris Burke, who had a chance to talk with head coach Mike Budenholzer.
Well, I asked him what strategy they were going to use at the offensive end, and he told me that they did not want to have to rely on their perimeter game. Instead, he plans to exploit what he described as a mismatch on the interior, saying, quote, "We have the talent inside to make things very difficult on them. We're going to use it." Kevin?
Thanks again, Doris. Now Holiday kicks it to Middleton. And he drew the blocking foul. He'll go to the line for 2.
Boy, there were a bunch of problems for Philadelphia last season, and a lot of them stem from the inability to score. Problems on offense typically make it harder for you to defend effectively, but also make it tougher for you on the road, too.
And, Clark, to the point you made about the 76ers, scoring was hard enough for them at home. But with 20,000 people booing you and playing on foreign rims, Steve, it got that much tougher for him away from Philadelphia.
Well, let's be honest, Kevin. The whole season went down the drain with Andrew Bynum's injury because the team was going to be built around him. And when you can't throw the ball into the low post and you've given up your athletes on the perimeter, now you have no identity. And I think that was the issue for Philly last year.
Bucks have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Outside Holiday, 6 on the shot clock. Uses both hands to slam it down. Well, now they're just going to town on it.
Yeah, you'd think these defenders would have done a little more to put a stop to that stuff, Kevin, but so far, no go.
Well, a phenomenal aerial assault there, fellas.
Inside, passes it to Simmons. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. And Green gets it to go.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically, no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
That's good. Middleton's got 6.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
I just love the mentality they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing anything. They're moving it side to side and working to get a good shot.
Here's Simmons. The shot misses. Bucks leading by 4. Ande Antetokounmpo gets to Middleton. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. 8 points for him.
Oh, man, he goes old school on us with the finger roll.
Here's Simmons, and powered down the champ. Savage, that's the way to get some momentum on your side.
Absolutely. Those dunks can really have a deflating effect on the defense.
Especially coming from a guy out of the backcourt.
Bucks have gone a perfect 6 for 6 in the game up to this point. Lopez sets a screen for Holiday. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here.
Nice play to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
I tell you what, guys, if he gets there a fraction earlier, that's a steal.
Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Philadelphia. First quarter play and just over 3.5 minutes in.
You're talking about a power surge. That's how you power that thing down.
He went hard to the hoop, Clark, and didn't disappoint when he got there.
There's no need to be passive. I mean, you've got to attack.
Here's Simmons. Good D by Holiday.
In this quarter, he's really been off the mark. He just looks a little bit unsettled.
Blocked. And here we go with Curry running it up the court. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for Milwaukee.
And some great drives to the bucket for them to this point, guys.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up. Well, the Bucks playing here at the BMO Harris Bradley Center, one of the older arenas in the NBA at around a quarter century. And the Bucks have said they'll leave Milwaukee after the 2017 season unless a new arena is built.
And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line. The 76ers making a switch here. For Milwaukee, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
Well, last year collectively, I mean, this team shot 74% from the free throw line. Pretty low number.
And I know the free throw shooting is an area they focused on improving coming into this season.
And back to the arena situation here in Milwaukee. This is one of the smaller markets in the NBA. Steve, that can make it tougher to get an arena done.
Well, and there's a potential change in ownership that has loomed over the franchise as well. And obviously, we all want to see the team stay in Milwaukee. A lot of great history here going way back. So hopefully an arena deal will get done.
Tipped away. He feeds it to Scott. Fires from deep. A shot no good. And Milwaukee the other way now. To the middle. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Their offense has really come together immediately, threatening to run away with this game.
It's hard to imagine they'll be able to stay as hot as they've been so far, but if they can, watch out.
Quick shot there, and it's off target. And it's Milwaukee's ball. They're on a 14-6 run. His three-pointers off the mark. The 76ers trail by 10. Number 22. And he finishes the break with a lay-in.
Boy, that was impressive, Clark. He did not hesitate to take the ball right up against the bigger defender.
Boy, I like that aggressive mindset there, Steve.
Outside Wilson. Post knock. He's guarded by Howard. Zero. Defended by Wilson. Misses from short range. Now here is Augustine. Tight defense on him. Outside Wilson. Shoots the three. They get it back. Up in time. Can't hit. The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. Milwaukee on top. They lead by 8. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Bucks, guys.
Boy, the offense has been so smooth. Everybody working together. And you can tell they're getting good shots pretty much every time down.
Yeah, they're a well-oiled machine there. I mean, they keep the ball moving, they keep themselves moving, and as a result, they're piling up the points.
And uses both hands to jam it in.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Well, they already had him staggered, and now all of a sudden they're throwing some haymakers. Boy, just a brain cramp, guys. I mean, that should have been the simplest of exchanges.
Bucks leading by 10. Pass to Craig. Puts up a three. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Pushing it up. Number 30. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Yeah, nice fast break from start to finish, guys.
Especially on the back end. I mean, he polished it off perfectly.
There's the dish to Forbes. No good on the triple. The 76ers trail by 8. Here's Milton. It's good from long range. He has 5.
The defenders need to talk to each other. The communication lacking there on that three-pointer.
Here's Forbes. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
Well, there's a new ownership group in Philadelphia as of 2011. And in this offseason, they pulled the trigger and brought in new leadership in the front office. Looks like they're jumping on the analytics bandwagon, hiring the former brain trust of the Houston Rockets.
Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession. And Philadelphia making a change here. The 76ers have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Here's Simmons, guarded by Holiday. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. That's on Brook Lopez. And Philadelphia making a change here. Middleton's checked in. The 76ers shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
Well, this is a club that shot 75% as a team from the free throw line last season.
And that just has to improve, guys. I mean, the free throw shooting is something that has to get better. You're immediately putting yourself at a disadvantage when you shoot that poorly from the line.
And back to the Sixers. I guess for the Wall Street ownership group, going mathematical is something they were, stay pretty comfortable with.
Well, it's something that a lot of teams are going to now, Kevin. The new owners, a lot of them businessmen, they want to turn to math to try to figure this whole thing out. Bottom line, though, is it's a combination. It's not just stats. It's talent, stats, chemistry, coaching, a lot of things that goes into winning.
And Simmons kicks to Green. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
And the defense looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Yeah, I like that. A foul to save the layup. Make him earn it at the line.
Milwaukee making a switch here. And he's good on the second.
I think it's fair to say that the top of the Eastern Conference has been getting tougher over the last few seasons. Unfortunately for the Sixers, they've headed the other direction. They've been going south, and part of why they were on the outside of the playoffs looking in.
And I'll say this about him, Kevin. I mean, it looks like he's made of rubber sometimes because defenders just bounce off him when he's driving the lane. What a finisher.
And here's another thing about him, Steve. Every time he gets his hands on the ball in the backcourt, he's a one-man fast break.
Bucks passing it around. Back to Holiday. Just 5 to shoot. Antetokounmpo off target with his 3. And back to what you were saying, Clark, about Philadelphia going through a lot of roster changes last year. You're right, in a season where a lot of other teams in the East put it all together. Steve, bad timing for Philadelphia.
Yeah, bad time. Roster changes and injuries, of course. I mean, the big trade for Bynum looked like it was going to be something that could help them get to the top of the East, but Bynum never played a single game for them. And so it's understandable why Philadelphia struggled.
Holiday off a pitch from Antetokounmpo. Now here is Holiday, defended by Simmons. And Brook Lopez, the bucket on the assist by Holiday. And the Bucks lead by 5.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
Well, it's become one of the stories of the first half, Clark, just piling up points in the paint.
Philadelphia has gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Another miss by Philadelphia. Bucks leading by 5. No one near him. That's good. 76ers have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. He kicks it to Simmons. And a big-time jam right there.
Forget about finesse and agility. This big fella is all about power and force.
For Milwaukee, they've gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second, 5 of 10. And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
Looks like he saw some things out there that needed adjusting and wants to talk it over a little bit with his club.
I don't think you can ever go wrong burning a timeout if you see something you don't like and you need to talk about it.
in for the 76ers. On defense, the 76ers. It's a 5-point game. Antetokounmpo passes to Middleton. Here's Antetokounmpo. 0. Connects from three-point range. He has 5.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the defense still needs to keep an eye on him.
There's Curry. Rebound, Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo's got 3 rebounds now in this one. It's stolen by Green. Curry with it. Now guarded by Middleton. And Curry, here we go. Lays it in without an inch of room around him.
Well, sometimes when you're at a height disadvantage, that's the way to attack. Go right at your defender.
Bucks leading by 6. And there's the pass to Antetokounmpo. Lopez, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Well, I bet his teammates love playing with him. He's distributing the ball perfectly.
Well, he keeps everybody happy, and you know what? The assist numbers don't lie.
Here's Middleton. No good. And it's Philadelphia the other way. Here's Curry with the 3. That's good. Curry's got 7 points.
It's his first three-pointer of the second half, which actually makes it his first of the game.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Lopez, a screen on Harris. Antetokounmpo. Now the 76ers on the break. Curry's got the ball. Gets it to go. Now it's just a 3-point Bucks lead.
Yeah, they're going to need some help there defensively. That matchup is going to be a tough one to deal with.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Releases. It's rebounded by Antetokounmpo. And the 76ers making a change here. 12 seconds left to play in the first half. The finger roll finish at the bucket. Antetokounmpo's got 6 points.
Look at the combination of size and touch. That's why he's a great finisher down low.
And a tight game here as we end the first half. Bucks lead by 5. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Thursday night means basketball on 2K Sports. Thanks so much for joining us.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball.
Well, you know, the Bucks thought they had a plan to make a big push forward by pairing some talent together in the backcourt, but what seems to have happened is they are now mired in mediocrity, which is exactly where you don't want to be. Look at this little fella going in there and eating up some glass.
Here's Cleaves. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Yeah, what a way to wrap up that possession.
Here's Antetokounmpo, guarded by Harris. The shot's good from Antetokounmpo. And back to Minnesota, they were the 8th seed in the East last year, but still finished 6 games under 500. Still a lot of work for them to get above 500 and be in a position where, Steve, they are, competing for home court in the playoffs.
Yeah, a lot of changes for the Bucks in the offseason, but a team that was able to sneak in last year. They're hopeful to make it once again this season, but it feels like they're kind of stuck in the middle right now.
Green dishes to Curry for the tie, and out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Now here is Holiday. Not a lot of room. Here's Middleton. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got 5 assists in the game.
Yeah, he's got one of those shooting strokes that never changes, guys. I mean, even if a defender's all over him, Just never seems to flinch. A great quality to have as a shooter.
You know, something else with him, you can't forget about his skill as a pull-up shooter. I mean, you give him too much room, and he won't hesitate for a second to raise up and spray you with that jet.
Proper response. Retaliation. Impressive, huh, guys?
I'll say exactly that as well. Nice job to recover those 3 points right away.
The 76ers trail by 6. It's Curry outside. Rebounded by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
And Holiday kicks to Antetokounmpo. Holiday, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Lock at 6. Gets it to go. And now it's an 8-point Bucks lead.
They've done a lot of good work with the ball. Really moving both the ball and moving bodies, getting quality chances at the hoop.
And they're not wasting chances when they get them. I mean, they're hitting their shot.
It's Solomon to Kumbo. And up the court come the Bucks.
Man, that was unreal.
Mark it up. Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that number.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in. Aren't they? Have build up the lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
And why not? I mean, the more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
As long as they keep spraying them from deep, we're going to have ourselves one exciting finish.
Well, it took them a while, but they're finally starting to get some rhythm offensively on the outside.
And the Bucks making a change here. Zero. And he drops in the layup off the glass. He's got 7.
They ran that inbounds play perfectly there to get the quick hitter.
Harris kicks to Simmons. Curry. 3-pointer. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Right now, the defense needs to do a better job of closing out on this guy. He's heating up from outside.
They get a hand on it. Curry with the steal. Puts the lead pass in front of him. And it's Green with the jam.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark Power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
The shot by Holiday, no good.
And no excuses there. Got a really good look at the basket after being freed up by the pick.
We say it all the time. The execution was excellent. The result not as good, but good ball movement anyway.
And they're making this a game here, putting together a nice run.
Making it a game. How about anybody's game? I mean, they've caught fire, and it's a toss-up right now, guys.
Postnall, guarded by Harris. Lays it up and banks it in. He's got 5.
And they're beginning to fall apart a little bit defensively, especially inside.
Well, that's 4 straight buckets now at the rim.
He dishes it to Simmons. To the paint. Here's Cleaves. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Bucks.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
And they're getting so much penetration on the defense that they're getting a lot of easy buckets as a result of breaking down that defense.
Augustine dishes to Middleton. Here's Postov. Offensive rebound, Bucks. And the dunk by Lopez.
Rudely thrown down after the offensive rebound. He is ramped up now.
Yes, you're right, and you figure this game might come down to a few of those effort plays.
Always does, Kevin.
I wouldn't doubt it. Seems like that kind of a contest tonight.
Harris misses.
A big problem for the 76ers last season was finding late-game offense. I mean, you look at a quarter-by-quarter breakdown of how they scored, and they were second to last in the league in fourth-quarter points.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. That's a good strategy when you're on top.
Bradley's checked in for Philadelphia. Well, back to what you said, Clark, about the 76ers. They had some players that could create on their own, but when things began to tighten up in the fourth, it helped Steve to have different shot creators, and that just didn't happen for them.
They were planning to play inside out, Kevin, when they had Bynum through the trade. They thought they could have a low post man who could dominate. But without him, they were really unable to find any sort of offensive rhythm with the rest of their talent.
Bradley sets the pick for Curry. Number 22. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. 5 points in the game.
That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Well, that's 3 of the last 5 makes, having been behind the three-point line. So got to make some adjustments defensively.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
I think it's time to make some adjustments defensively. Mark, I mean, what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
The feed to Augustine. Pass to Middleton. Dishes it to Augustine. Fires the three. No good there. The points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. Bucks ahead, up 8. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. The fourth quarter just moments away now as we welcome you back. The 76ers trail by 8. Simmons passes to Curry. Feeds it to Simmons. Holiday with the block. They get it back. Second shot opportunity. Simmons defended by Middleton. Shot clock at 5. Curry can't get it to go. Bucks leading by 8. 0. Guarded by Curry. Curry with the steal. Kicks it to Green. Passes it to Harris. The rebound by Middleton.
Another rebound gobbled up. They are pounding the boards.
A big part of the lead, guys, is because of the work they've done on the glass. I mean, they have the lead because they've rebounded well. Well, Lopez has been great. 13 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
Yeah, and you'd expect by the end of this game, I'm sure the numbers are going to look even better.
And the 76ers making a change here.
You know, the Bucks were the last team to make it into the Eastern Conference playoffs, and part of the reason that happened was because they didn't really do well against the rest of the conference. 24-28 against the East.
Boy, what a display of offense we've seen today, and it's only getting better.
Well, both defenses have been on their heels all day, and it's begun to take its toll.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. 0. And he swishes it right through. And the Bucks lead by 8. Clark, as you were saying, the rest of the Eastern Conference got the better of the Bucks. Had they been a little tougher against some of the lesser teams in their own conference, they might not have had to deal with the Heat in the first round of last year's playoffs.
Well, the Bucks tried to mix things up last year. Remember, they made the big trade at midseason, too, going for J.J. Redick and moving on from some of their young players. And I think that changed. And, of course, the coaching switch from Scott Skiles to Jim Boylan. So they lost some of their momentum.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Yeah, he got whacked. Shouldn't be much debate on that one.
Yeah, that was as straightforward as it gets, guys.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. The 76ers trail by 7. Outside, Green. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Puts the move on, and the shot is good.
Well, they were sleeping on defense. The defense really didn't do its job. I mean, a little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint. That's costly.
Well, and at this stage of such a tight game, I think this is when tired legs start to show. And the defense can become vulnerable in the low block. A large part of what they've been able to do here is centered around his offense.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Doc Rivers address his team. He let his players know that they've got to do a better job on defense. He said, they're scoring any way they want. We've got to show some pride here. Let's make a stand defensively, get us stops, and get on a run of our own. Do they have it in them, Kevin?
And thanks for that story, Doris.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
Knocks it loose. Lopez kicks to Antetokounmpo. He feeds it to Lopez. And the pass to Craig. Milwaukee is to get off a shot here. The 10-footer. Antetokounmpo. And the 76ers making a change here. Harris is checked in. quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. They grab their own miss. Lopez passes to Craig. Here's Antetokounmpo. The dish to Lopez. He passes to Craig. Here's Antetokounmpo, guarded by Harris. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
Yeah, that's part of what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
Pass to Craig. Into Brook Lopez. Can't get it to go. And it's Philadelphia the other way. Outside Curry. From deep, Green. Here's Simmons. Nice work on the boards. Paying off with the basket.
His shooting has been so good today. He may have to take it upon himself to try to get his club out of this hole.
Holiday goes in. Here's Simmons, guarded by Holiday. And that one's good. Simmons. Now just a 2-point Bucks lead.
You know, that's one way he can finish, but not the only way. He's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve.
Holiday with it. Now guarded by Simmons. It's stolen by Green. And here we go. The rim is shaking.
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
Man, I like that. I mean, some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in, but I'd say put as much as you can on the finish and get your teammates going.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Putting on a show for these people.
I cannot believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Are you kidding me?
Oh, man. Might as well flaunt it if you've got it, Clark.
And Lopez pulls it down. For Milwaukee, they've gone 4-10 here in the final period. Half the time to go full. Here's Craig. Hangs. Shot is blocked. Tries to save it. 76ers have gone 7-15 from the floor here in the fourth. Right around 46-47%.
In the first half, he was able to get to the line a little bit more. Let's see if he can pick it up here.
He's no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. Chris Middleton's checked in for Milwaukee. And he ends up making the second, and that narrows the gap to 1. Milwaukee's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They're taking 15 shots outside the arc. They're 6 of 15. Antetokounmpo passes to Lopez. 51 seconds left in the fourth. Sinks it.
Oh, what a basket, and at the perfect time.
How about the courage and backbone of this guy? Wow.
Outside Curry. He kicks it to Simmons. Back to Curry. He dishes it to Green. The 76ers again can't hit it.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, they were very lucky defensively because there was some miscommunication there. They left him wide open. And they've got to score quickly.
He had no time to waste at all.
That doesn't go either for Green. And now we've got the intentional foul. For Milwaukee, they've gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the fourth. And they go to the intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And a tough break as his second attempt at the line, no good. The three ball, nails it. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And another three-pointer to their second half total.
Yeah, they caught that long-range bug at halftime, and it's been bombs away ever since.
Yeah, you got to freeze the clock. I mean, that's the enemy in this situation.
A few misses at the line, and they're in good shape.
And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. Outside Curry. From deep three-point range, connects. And that shot brings them to within just 1. Timeout called the Bucks. They lead by 1. Just 4 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point. Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
Perfect time to be perfect at the line. Now only a 3 can tie it.
And Philadelphia calls time here. They're losing by 3. 3 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, what's your take?
It's really hard to get an open look at a 3 in this situation because the defense knows you need it and they're swarming you the whole time. However, they've got to get it done if they hope to tie the game.
And so it's the Bucks who come out on top here. Clark, it was anybody's game right to the very end.
Yeah, it was. The coach is happy with the outcome, but maybe not so much with the margin.
Well, that'll do it for us. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, Kevin Harlan saying so long. And as we end the game, we bring you our Jordan Player of the Game.